I actually don't know how I've just done that. That's a 75-mile week. What the hell? This time last year, I just ran Manchester Marathon in 3 hours and 58 minutes. I peaked at 33 miles that week. We've just done 75 and I'm not keeling over.
In 2025, I decided to start taking running seriously. I lost some weight, ran a marathon, found a bit of speed, and somewhere along the way, it became more than just about fitness. Now, I'm building towards my biggest challenge yet, running 50 miles in one go at the North Downs Way 50. This series is me figuring out balancing training with being a husband, a dad, and working full time. And to be honest with you, it's partly so me and my kids can look back on it one day. Anyway, let's see how this week went. So here we are, the biggest week of the block. The plan is to stack fatigue nice and early. Tuesday is going to be a double. Wednesday is that big race simulation. Thursday, another double before we head into the weekend. And if I can get through this, the taper will start.
This account convince the internet I'm doing well.
This second run of the day is feeling a little bit harder. I think it's because I've come from 40 minutes on a Stairmaster straight into the run and I've not eaten in that window. So I'm feeling a bit hungry. I've been chugging my carb drink, getting through my gel, hoping to have the pickup there, keeping it flat for this 10 miles along the canal and aiming to be under 10 minutes a mile. Not too fussed about the heart rate, not checking that, but just trying to keep it steady. Feeling a bit warmer. I went for a long sleeve because it was miserable when I left. It's beautiful now. Welcome to April, eh?
The Tuesday was less about pace and just kind of getting that fatigue in the legs. We're already carrying in from that 66 miles in the previous week. And yes, I didn't fuel perfectly going into that second run of the day. But it was just a reminder to myself that not every single run needs to feel perfect. It's about managing ourselves in the bad patches before it becomes a problem. And well, that mattered because in the next morning, this was going to be the closest thing I'd get to race day before actual race day.
I'm trying my hardest for this run to not put too much pressure on myself. We are doing a kind of like a race simulation, I suppose. I've got all my pack on, all the fuel that I'm going to be using, the clothes I'm going to be using, the shoes, everything, you know. We're doing 22 miles, about 3,000 feet of vert, out here nice and early. It's beautiful, but yeah, just trying to not like overthink it. If it doesn't go as I want it to, that's okay. I ran 20 miles yesterday. If it goes how I want it to, great. But let's just enjoy being out here. One last big run before the big day.
Why can't I just be realistic? Start a job and mind my business. Oh no, and I can't get it through my head. Maybe boys for the best. Experiment and settle down for that.
A lot of you, huh? One of the few things that I'm doing on today's run is running off just my direction on my watch, not checking pace, because I really want to try and nail the race pace that we're looking at without looking at it, like just having that feel of this is the effort. And then the route that we're doing, the first 12 miles I'd say is similar to North Downs Way terrain, so that will help. And then the last 10 are at Kimber, where we do most of our trail runs. A lot of smooth paths, still getting obviously good elevation, but less technical, I'd say. And maybe, I don't know, I don't think I class North Downs Way as technical. I think it's just normal sort of UK, you know, paths, routes, trees, sand, rocks, bumps, you know, things like that. It's nothing strenuous. What a quad burner, eh? and I just had to stop for the toilet and also sort my shoe out. My right shoe was a little loose and it took me an hour to sort it. Oh, stingers everywhere, no! And there's been a lot of these. Oh, sorry pheasant. But yeah, it took me over an hour to sort the shoe out, and that's something I just need to get over. If something doesn't feel right, sort it now so it doesn't become a problem later. Like, I could be fortunate that that slippage was fine, or it could have caused a blister. So just sort it out. Like, who cares about stopping for a minute, you know? We are about to get back to the car. It'll be about 12.4 miles in just over 2 hours. 2 hours 5 minutes roughly. What I'm going to do is lap my watch, do what I need to do in the car, and then refill my bottles, grab my gels, have some Coke, and then off I go. It's obviously going to be a bit longer than a normal aid station stop in the race because I don't have that help, but yeah, should be good. I'll keep the watch going just to obviously emulate what I do on race day. I think if we can get this done in under 5 minutes, I think I'll be pretty happy with that. I'll lap it when I leave. And then we've got 10 miles to go. So far, so good. First few miles were a shock to the system. It's a tough start to that route. And then, yeah, starting to feel more into it now. Oh, it's 3 minutes. Topped up my tailwind. This water only got 300 ml, I think, because I bought my big 1 litre bottle, but I spilled quite a bit. It's a bit short on the water, but I chugged about 200 ml of Coke. About to have, not had one of these before, one of the Vroom bars. Picked up my gels, and off we pop. And 10 miles to go. Let's get it. Just had my watch brick, so I was messing through the screens, and I think when you're pressing a button and the alert goes off, it just bricks it. A lesson for Northlands Way: don't mess with the watch all that much, which I didn't plan to anyway. I will always continue to be flabbergasted as to what I'm capable of now. It's so hard because I don't want to come across as like I'm trying to show off. Like, I was severely overweight January 2025, decided to make a change, started running, looked after myself. A year and 3-4 months on from that, and I've just gone and done 22 miles, 3,500 feet of vert, roughly, probably. I haven't even checked the stats yet. We're going to do that in a minute, and I'm okay. Like, that was a good effort, don't get me wrong. I don't know how I'm going to run 50 miles at that sort of pace, but that's a worry for another day. The main thing is I'm in a position to finish 50 miles, whether that's me being the last finisher right on the cut-off or the goals that I've got for myself. It doesn't really matter. The fact that I'm in a position where I feel it's scary, it's going to be a challenge, but I'm ready for that challenge. Like, yeah, so proud of that. Now let's have a look and see how it did. So the only time I stopped to have a wee and do my shoes, I kept the watch running then. Normally I'd pause my watch then. I didn't want to do that for today. The only time where the watch technically stopped is when it bricked. I probably stopped for 2-3 minutes, and then obviously I stopped for my aid station, but kept the watch going then. So this is all moving pace bar that one, yeah, hiccup with a watch. So let's have a look and see what we did. I think that's going to be in between 10 minutes a mile and 10:30 a mile, which is about roughly where we want our race pace to be, all being well. So if I've ran that all I feel, I'll be super happy with that. Let's let it load, shall we? It was 22.02 miles. Talk about planning your route to perfection. And it was 10 minutes and 7 average pace, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. An average heart rate of 150, which is good. 1,014 meters of ascent, which is I work in feet, but I have my Garmin in meters because I'm trying to familiarise myself with meters to feet. Should be about 3,000 foot, I think. Let's have a look on Strava because I have that. 3,323 feet in elevation with a total time of 3 hours and 42 minutes and 49 seconds. What a run. Oh man. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And although this run felt like an absolute massive win, peak week still wasn't done. In fact, by Thursday morning, I still had another 18 miles to get through on that day.
Hello, good morning. It's Thursday and it is the day after the big run. We've got 12 miles on the cars this morning and right now, legs don't feel that bad. Heart rate and effort feels pretty good. Achilles, on the other hand, are definitely a little bit delicate, which is understandable. Later on today, we've got another 6 miles. So we get through this and it's 62 miles done in 3 days. Wow. So let's get it. Let's finish up and let's have a good run. I was trying to and ah about what shoes I wanted to go today because it's been really hot and dry recently. So these trails are, you know, pretty smooth to run on. But I also want to protect my feet and my legs a little bit more. So I had the choice of the Ultra Olympus 6, which is, you know, max cushion, a shoe which I know I really get on with, or going for the Timp 5s, a little less cushion, more the daily trainer, or the Agravic Speed Ultra, which has got rods in it, which would help protect, but also would encourage me to push a little bit more. And I thought, I don't want to do that, but also the ASUs are better for the, you know, dry, smooth trails, while as I'd say the Olympuses and the Timps a little bit better in the mud, which we do not have. However, I went for them, the Olympus. It's a good choice, I can already tell, just to keep these feet nice and protected. And I am taking today so easy, just any little incline, yeah, I'm walking it, bro. I'm just big chilling.
For Thursday evening, I headed out to the canal to just do an out and back and really protect those legs and essentially just get the miles in. And then for Friday evening, it was a very quick road run. I ran a little bit quicker than probably what I should have, but overall the legs felt pretty good and I was actually looking forward to the weekend.
Definitely feeling the effect of running 60 odd miles this week already. Going for the treadmill because I've got a little bit of a pain in my shin, which I'm gonna say is muscle tightness, because I'm scared about what other things it might be. So treadmill today, just to keep the terrain nice and less impact. I'm doing the usual warm up outside, head to the treadmill, do the workout, cool down outside. We've got 5 by 3 minutes of 60 seconds. I'm gonna take this relatively chill. Like, I really don't want to push, you know, to the nth degree. So it's keeping it balanced, really. I bought a carb drink with me just to fuel the workout. If I'm feeling a bit of a niggle, you know, keep the carbs going. Pretty successful then, I'd say. Was all right, yeah. Legs obviously felt heavy, but all good. Enjoyed it.
So for our 5 by 3 minutes, I was averaging around 5:45 a mile, just 3:34 a k. And then for the 60 seconds recovery, just keeping it nice and easy at about 10 kilometers an hour pace. And was actually relatively happy with how that workout went. Moving into Sunday and our final run of the week, it was 4 by 5 minutes on the uphill treadmill, which was relatively comfortable.
I actually don't know how I've just done that. That's a 75-mile week. What the hell? Like, just what the hell? Finished off with 4 by 5 minutes uphill treadmill for the week. This time last year, I just ran Manchester Marathon in 3 hours and 58 minutes and was over the moon. I peaked at 33 miles that week. We've just done 75 and I'm not keeling over. Yeah, that is crazy. And I think whatever happens in 2 weeks' time at the North Downs Way 50, I don't really care. Like, just this whole journey and being in a position to be able to stand on that start line and say, hey, I can have a crack at this. Yeah, that's what it's about, you know? So I have my goals, I have my times of what I want to do, ultimately just finish it. But yeah, this has proved to me this week I can do incredible things, and yeah, just crazy. What a week. What a week.